Hi everyone and welcome to Extra Time, Huddersfield Town's post-match show, and it's a fantastic episode to bring you as we're going to the September international break. A massive thank you first of all to Sportsbroker, our friends at the team at Sportsbroker, for allowing us to bring all these shows to you. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to do this. So massive thanks to Sportsbroker. And what a great way to sign off into the international break, not only because of the Town result today, but also the two guests we've got on the show. And I want to thank Jordan Rhodes for joining us just after the full time of Huddersfield Town 4, Reading 0 this afternoon. And of course, Michael Hefele, who's now becoming a regular on these, and he's got another good game to talk about this afternoon. Jordan, Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Jordan, before we come into today's game, I just want to ask you how you are, because obviously you had a disappointing news that you've got an injury that's going to keep you on the sidelines for a while. So I know a lot of Town fans are sending their best wishes. How are you feeling, mate?
I'm feeling better. Yeah, it is getting better on a daily basis. I think until that point where I become pain-free on a daily basis, then I can start stepping things up. But yeah, incredibly frustrating. An injury that I tried to run off. And it wasn't until we got a scan sort of a couple of weeks ago that revealed the extent of the injury. So it's a time to pretty much less is more, and hopefully in the long run that will have its benefits.
Absolutely. No, well, everyone sends the best wishes, Jordan, and you're a Town fan for now. I know you enjoyed today's game. I saw you straight after the final whistle. Equally, yeah. I'm sure it's the kind of game you'd have loved to have been on the pitch for, because we created an awful lot today in that 4-0 win.
Yeah, but special days like this, obviously, ideally it would have been perfect to have had this performance sort of first home game of the season at Fulham. That wasn't meant to be, but you know, these things happen. And yeah, to score 4 after sort of 18 months of, you know, these COVID and fans being away and football, from a footballer's point of view, not quite being the same. Days like today is what it's all about. Being a footballer, being a football fan, everything associated with Huddersfield Town. It's, yeah, fantastic. International break to come and sitting very nice in the league.
Michael, I think the last time we won 4-0, you were playing. And that's the answer to every statistic. When you think, when did we last do this? It's that promotion season. But it was, like Jordan said, special days when you can win 4-0 in the Championship against any opponent. And today had a special feeling about it at the stadium.
Definitely. Today was a great setup. The sun was out. The supporters were there. And then you just showed up such a great performance, team performance. Everybody played well. And we literally didn't give them any chance. So we controlled the whole game. And it was good to see, to build on the last strong performances, team performances, another step on it. So I'm pleased for everybody. And it's just fantastic to see the atmosphere, the bouncing, you know, it was great.
Michael, you were here today. Obviously, you've been around the fans, around the hospitality areas. Just tell us what it's been like, what the people's reactions have been after the final whistle. I'm sure you've spoken to some supporters. I imagine they're very happy people going away.
Definitely. After a win, you're always happy, but you could see like people starting to believe again, you know, after these dark times with all the problems. But now the people saying, oh, we won 4-0, happy faces. And it's good to have this positive energy around the place. And some questions are like, are we going up or whatever? Let's see, just step by step, you know, build on this great team performance, because this is, you can't train this to be a team, you know, to bring the single different players together. And we have this on the pitch. So we go week by week, day by day, and it's just fantastic. Everybody's happy, obviously.
Jordan, Hef makes a good point there. You can see a real togetherness about the team on the pitch. Every single player I speak to talks about the togetherness in the changing room, away from it, day to day as well. You've been in lots of changing rooms now. Is it the case? Would you back that up? Does it? Because you've not been together long as a group, have you, really?
No, we haven't. There is quite a few new faces of us been assembled in the changing room in summer. So that's a credit to the manager, the coaching staff, Lee, and, you know, the members of the board and chairman putting together, you know, a squad and a club that is so collective and so driven in the same direction. You know, not everywhere is like this, and you know, you can see it there on the pitch on days like today. Even, you know, I think it's a good measure that Fulham a couple of weeks ago, it didn't go to plan, but come Monday morning, everybody was back on it again, trying to put it right. And I think it was a quick turnaround. We played Preston, which wasn't by any means a pretty win like today, but I think you could see that there was a real collective pull, and credit to everyone. A great bunch of lads, great changing room, and long may it continue.
I think the point about Fulham, Jordan, and it's a really good point you make, but it was that, you said it earlier, it was the first game back. I think that kind of exaggerated things. On the back of that, like you said, the squad's regrouped excellently, but do you feel now that we've kind of repaid the faith in the fans in those 3 wins? Because without saying, it was a disappointing day when you've waited so long to come back. It doesn't go to plan against a very good side, we must say, who currently top the league. But those 3 games, and particularly Everton and today, we've seen some really impressive, attractive, enjoyable attacking play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Right there, you've hit the nail on the head. You can see sort of Fulham's performances after ourselves and seeing where they are in the league table. You might look back on that for the rest of the season and say, fair enough, because they are a top team full of great players. So, we just try and do the best that we can in each and every game. And today was, a real good showing and plenty of goals. Everybody's happy. The sun was shining, and permission to get carried away.
John, can I ask you, I'll just stay with you for 1 second. The name on everyone's lips, every Town fan lips at the moment, is Sorba Thomas. And there was so much to like about everyone on the pitch today, but he's come away again. First goal for the club, 2 more assists to add to what he's got already. What's he like day to day in training? Because he's someone that you'll have seen a lot more of than most Town fans, to be fair. He hadn't started a game for Town until the start of this season. I think he's probably surprised a lot of Town fans with his quality, but could give us an insight into what he's like. Is this a surprise to you when you work with him day to day?
Do you know what? It isn't. Man of the moment, he's playing with real confidence. And from the moment sort of coming back from pre-season, you could just see the quality that he had. He is, as I think, from a striker's point of view, he's sort of a dream winger to play with. He gets the ball, he's direct. Do you know what? It reminds me a little bit of a young... I was watching him and sort of came across Andros Townsend in the young days, and he was so direct, and it reminds me a little bit of him, that whenever he gets the ball, he just wants to cross it, he wants to pass, he wants to dribble in a forward direction. His first thought is to go forward. It's not to go back and retain possession. And you can see from whenever the ball goes dead, you can see his quality, and everybody else that is going to attack the ball in the box is sort of licking the lips and a chance to go and add to the score sheet.
It's quite incredible, this, but we talk about the promotion season that you were a big part of a lot, and I've just read a statistic that he's got as many assists now already this season for Town as Rajiv Van La Parra and your good friend Elias Kachunga had that entire season, and they were big players for us in that year, as you know. I mean, it's an incredible ride to the first team for Sorba, isn't it, so far?
Yeah, it's just impressive, and he deserves it because he put so much energy in the whole game. We speak about now the assists and what he did to the game, but I can remember today when we recycled the ball and he was like on the edge of our own box, and Lee put the ball to somebody in the midfield, can't remember, and he was sprinting down the wing, 8 yards. Full sprint that he get the through ball, and obviously it was not a foul or whatever, but this 8 yards, you sprint it or you don't sprint it. And he shows that he wants to win, that he's like not afraid to do these long runs because they're hurting. But this is the difference. Jordan, please agree with me. If you have these players in the squad, they do these runs, either way, they receive the ball or they open up the gaps and the spaces, and this is just fantastic. Yeah,
absolutely, great energy, from all the team as well, and great to see Josh Koroma as well get the assist there at the end and Ward again on the score sheet. It was, everyone will be talking about Sorba at the moment and his assists and his quality, so it's nice for Josh to contribute there and get his assist as well.
Very fair, John. If I want to stay with you, the Central Defenders Union now, I want to talk Matty Pearson, because we've defended well, and we'll come on to the defence in a second, because I think all of the defence and all the team deserve credit for that. But he seems to be as big a goal threat that we've had from centre-back in a long time. All the centre-backs have chipped in this year, but that's now Matty, his top scorer with 2 goals. he's had 2 disallowed as well already in this season. I mean, he's a super aggressive defender, isn't he? Whether he's tackling or trying to attack one of the set pieces. The kind of player you'd like to play alongside?
Definitely, Dave. For me, he's a little bit under the radar. He deserves more praise, and I want to give him this praise in this opportunity. It's unlucky that Levi plays amazing as well, but it's good for Town. So whoever is playing in the 3-back line and the 4-back line and the 5-back line, whatever, the centre halves, they do an amazing job. But Matty Pearson, for me, he has an outstanding season so far. He rarely puts a foot wrong. He's scoring. He's absolutely solid. So he deserves all the praise, and very happy for him that he get on the scoring sheet, because he's a fantastic guy, as the other players are as well. So we are quite lucky, and I'm very happy for the football club that we are rock solid, you know. And even to keep today the clean sheet, you don't get dragged away, because when you 4-0 up, you lose the focus, and then okay, I concede 1, but this is the wrong mentality. And the guy showed outside the right mentality to keep the clean sheet, and there's a big difference, because then they see, you won't score here, boys. So it's good to see.
And I think what's good for Town fans as well is they come into today, and there's lots of questions about who will play. You know, there's good options, and I think a big call today for Carlos Corberán was to leave Naby Sarr out, who's had a very, very good start to the season, Naby. But Tom Lees comes in. Jordan, Tom is a player you know very well as a long-term teammate at Sheffield Wednesday too. I think in 3 starts for Huddersfield Town so far, you've seen Tom's experience, his calmness, his quality. I think he's been outstanding so far.
Yeah, absolutely right. And Tom will give you that. Tom's, you know, since I knew him from the time at Sheffield Wednesday and, you know, England under 21 caps, and yeah, Tom will give you, you know, he's very, he's very best. And, you know, Tom and Matty they're very similar in that old school sort of English central defender, a bit like Peter Clark back in the day that played so many games here. And yeah, it's, you know, they'll die for the cause almost. And, you know, I was going to get your thoughts, Hef, on in this country, and probably with Matty and Tom, we probably don't, you know, we don't find it very natural, and we don't find it very easy to watch the playing out through the back style. Yet, you know, from yourself and Levi takes to it so naturally. It's, yeah, I don't know how you do it back there, but it seems I'd be a nervous wreck, and I'm a bit of a nervous wreck watching it.
Different mentality, you know, because when I was playing, I felt like I'm more here like a Ronaldinho on this position. I want to play some passes, some dribblings, whatever. So this culture from like defend, head the ball, tackle the ball, block the ball, you know, to first player to play out there, more like number 6 or whatever. But you have to have this mix. And even now, I didn't know Matty before, you know, but he is this kind of like English player, defend well, and he improved so much on the ball, you know, every pass through the pockets, like he's so calm, you know, you see already the improvement, you know, and this is great. And Lee, when Lee's Tom is on the ball, is as well the same. He's finding the pockets, and Levi is the new generation. His level is on another level. He got to show this like the whole season. Will be fantastic for us. He's like amazing kid. But Jordan, this is obviously nice. If you get the ball, you coming, little dribble, whatever, and you have to chase down to the other center half. It's not good for you if you do running, but it's just lovely.
Yeah, right there.
I think Levi, you talked about him there, Hef. He's been outstanding. You forget that he's 18 years old when you watch him on the pitch. He doesn't look it in stature. He doesn't play like an 18-year-old. But the 2-3, including Naby, great role models to look at and to play alongside at this stage in his career, because Tom's 450th league start today at 30 years old is incredible. Wow. Yeah, Matty Pearson's probably played a similar number of games at loads of different levels. Naby Sarr, a different type of player, but a very experienced one as well. As an 18-year-old to be playing in the Championship alongside some real leaders on the pitch as well, he must be taking so much from that, Michael?
100%, because like you just learn this kind of things on the pitch, and you learn so much from Matti Pearson, from his style, you know, from his leadership as well, like Tom Lees as well, how you communicate on the pitch, and how important is it to defend, or the right moments in the game, to just stay in the game, to be patient and whatever. Back in the day when we played at your end, Jordan, the semifinals, and you scored the first one, it was like just kind of stay in the game the next 5 minutes, and you don't really learn this. And I think he learns this to be on the crucial moments there and always focused, you know, and they can learn from each other, you know. Matti can play it out of the foot from Levi, what he's doing so fantastic, and Levi can learn how to play proper men's football.
You know what? Sorry, Dave. The one thing that you just said there as well, and one thing that got labelled with England in the summer doing so well, was the leaders. You know, I know Hoggy's got the armband and Toff wore it the other night, but you can see leaders in that team. You can see captains, can't you? Give it to quite a few of them there. So, you know, with that in mind, you know, it's good to have leaders out there.
Yeah, I think Hef made an interesting point, Jordan, a second ago about the fans when he spoke to them post-match, and they can talk about playoffs and get carried away. That's what being a football fan is about. Enjoy the big moments, you know, do whatever. In the changing room, I suspect it's a little different. And how important, and I'd include you in this, Jordan, too, how important is it now, or how necessary do you think it is that the leaders and the players with experience are able to settle things down? Because we've got some young players in there, and I'm sure they'll be, you know, dreaming as well. And I don't hate that at all. But it's a long season, the Championship. We, you know, locally we started well here last season too, and found it very hard in the second half of the season. Carlos just told us it's about focusing on improving game by game. How much do you think you and some of the other players around your age have got a job now to keep the minds focused and focus on improving those performances when we go into the next set of games?
Yeah, I think that's going to be massively important. It is a great start, and it's better to have a good start than a bad start, which sounds really, really obvious. But, you know, yeah, I think, you know, but it is just a good start, and we'll just try and keep building on it. The manager in there said the results and the way that we've been playing, even Everton here the other night, is as a result of what the hard work we do on the training field, and a testament to how well the lads have come back and applied themselves throughout the summer. So it's a case of not taking your foot off the gas in that sense, and taking your eye off the ball. The lads will probably have a few days off now to rest and recuperate, but it'll be when times come back into training, end of this week and early next, it'll be all the focus will be on the upcoming games after the next international break. And those games come thick and fast as well. So yeah, it's going to need everybody. It's going to need all the players, not just the ones that were in starting 11 today. It's going to need everybody chipping in, and with that recipe in mind, hopefully we can pick up some more points in this next stint of games before the next international.
Jordan, I spoke to Hef about centre-backs union. I'm going to go to strikers union now. How pleased were you for Danny Ward today? Because he's had a tough start to life back at Huddersfield Town. He's obviously a former teammate of yours from your first spells here. He had injuries that I'm sure would have bothered him last season. He scored towards the end of the year, but it's great to see him get off the mark, because actually a lot of his build-up play today in particular, he did a lot of work for the team getting us up the pitch, I thought. Yeah,
he did. I thought that as well. He did some, you know, really good moments, and a lot of moments, a lot of running that people won't necessarily see. And you know, he's hard working. I'm delighted that he got his goal there. He took it really well as well. He took it really composed, and yeah, it's as a striker you want to get off of the mark and score goals, and it was great for Danny today to get on the score sheet, and he's played ever so well. So I'm chuffed for him.
Absolutely. Michael, can I ask you about Carlos Corberán? Because he's a man, you know, now you're with us all day, every day at Canalside. He's a man you're starting to get to know a little bit too, is Carlos. I know you've had some good conversations with him. How pleased are you for him? Because it's for the players and for him too. It's an odd time to join a club. He became head coach at the start of last season with empty stadiums. So he's having to build that relationship with our supporters now, new this season on the back of a difficult year. But you may be starting to see what his team should look like. How pleased are you for him as the man? Because he's an incredibly hard-working man.
He works a lot. First of all, when I see him always working extremely hard and long hours and so much in detail, which is quite impressive to see which kind of style of manager he is. So a very, very like micromanagement, every little detail. So it's just good for him to get now success, to get points, to get like a great game like this in front of our home crowd, that like the supporters back him up and he feels the energy like firsthand, not just like via the Zoom or via the social media, whatever, to feel it firsthand after such a important win and crucial win as well. He must feel great, So I'm very pleased for him and happy that he has the opportunity to see how great our Huddersfield Town supporters are. Because today you feel the energy again. The people are coming back with the clappers. The stands are more full, and this is what the club is about. We need them support us to give the energy to pass it on to the players, because we are not like a massive big team with a lot of money. We need this togetherness, and this is just great that he gets it finally now after this COVID period.
Yeah, you've both been in very good Huddersfield Town teams that have really encapsulated that togetherness and done great things, definitely. Hef, I'm going to ask you both the same question to finish off here, because I'm aware I've kept you a little while, chaps, but we'll start with you, Michael, if that's okay. I've come to know you better, even more so now in these last few weeks. How much is it days like today where you're thinking, it's good to be back?
Fantastic. This day today is just like butterflies in my stomach, if you can say it like this. I felt like, because I watched some games from Huddersfield as well, and like it was ish, and to be back, it feels like never been away from my point of view. You come in the stadium, great atmosphere, the lads playing some amazing football, some amazing togetherness. So it's just a brilliant day, and we have to take this day today, be happy, and then go to the next one and be focused, the whole football club, and then you never know what's going on. So I have a very good feeling to be around.
That's good. John, same question to you. I know we'd all love you to be out on the pitch today rather than sat with us watching, but did you get similar feelings to Hef today? Because you've been away for longer, obviously, and we're all delighted when you rejoined in the summer, but is it days like today where it really brings it home?
Yeah, I mean, playing football without the fans, it wasn't the same. And yeah, to have everybody back in the stadiums, and it's been a tough time for everybody. It really can't have been easy. So, football has that power to unite, and it's the sun shining. It's bank holiday weekend. Everybody's turned up in their numbers, seen their team win 4-0. It's fantastic. Everybody goes home happy, enjoys the weekends now, and yeah, roll on next week.
We had to teach Hef about bank holidays. Now he's one of the guys in the office with us as well. It's completely new to him, not in on Sundays like a footballer, Hef. You actually get some time off now.
This was great. I was surprised. Everybody was asking me, like, what are you doing on holiday, a bank holiday? And I was like, no, I don't know, nothing. I'm allowed to. And then like, you off, Michael. And I was like, I'm buzzing here. It's fantastic to be employed, honestly. So Jordan, enjoy your recovery, your rehab on Sunday, on a Monday. Best of luck, my friend, that you can recover quick, okay? That we see you soon out on the pitch again. Your smile, you're a fantastic guy, honestly. I wish I could play with you, honestly. But I will do, man. Bank holiday, my friend.
Good place to finish, guys. Jordan, Michael, thanks so much for joining us. It's great to be able to talk about such a great win and a positive way to go into that international break. Town fans, thanks again for joining us. A huge thanks to our friends at Sports Broker for bringing you this show today with us. A reminder, we're back at home at Nottingham Forest, the next home game. I believe it's the 18th of September. Tickets on sale now, htafc.com/tickets. Otherwise, have a great bank holiday weekend, and we'll see you when we play Stoke after the international break. Thank you.